Okay, I'm back with another idea for coloring a large image. I'm still using the Sweet Buttercups. I wanted to make sure I found many ways to use this and to give you some ideas. You don't have to have this set. Any large image would work. For today's card, I'm going to use that image and this image. And I haven't decided about a sentiment or not. We'll see. All right, so I have a layer of white, and this is Poppy Parade, and this is slightly smaller than this one, and this is the regular size you use on a card. I have my card base. Move those out of the way. I have some red twine I'm going to use. And I went back in my stuff and I found all the trimmings, embellishments. These are Poppy Parade, so I'm going to use the red ones, I believe. I am going to color this one with the soft pastels, and it has Poppy Parade in it, and I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. I hope it's not too bright, but we'll find out. So I'm going to close that up. I'm going to use a blending stump to blend this out when you color it. You can use your finger, but I don't like that feel, so I'm going to use a blending stump. And to set it, you need some cheap hairspray, and I have this Aquanet that I've had that's in my studio to use for these kinds of things. So keep that in mind. All right, first thing I'm going to do, oh, I forgot. I'm going to use my Memento ink on this one. I think it'll work. We'll find out. I'm going to stamp my image. All right, and I'm gonna stamp it right about there. Now, the reason I chose, I am glad that did not fall on my card base. Let me wipe this off. Large images is, I have found in looking for things to inspire me, so to speak, that a lot of these larger images are designed for 5x7 cards. I don't do 5x7 cards. I do the smaller size. So it's like I had to come up with a way to use it. And this is what I've come up with. Now I've got to figure out how this one goes on because, let's see, I think it goes, nope, it goes that way. All right. So I'm masking my image, and I think I hit that with my hand. So I'm going to just put some more ink on, and I'm going to, oops, let me pull in a piece of paper, scrap paper, only because it's going to go off, and I don't want it on my mat. Now, when I put that down, I rocked it, and I'll show you again because I'm going to do it again, just slightly right where it meets the, all right, so I'm going to put it down and I'm just going to kind of rock it slightly because of the lip of the Post-it note. It doesn't get up close. So if you rock it really lightly, it does. And oops, I think I want one more at the bottom. Ooh. I gotta clean that real good because the tip is really nasty. All right, let me set that aside. See, it got really dark there. Okay, but it doesn't matter because it's on my scrap paper. All right, I am going to use scrap paper, but I'm going to get a clean piece because I have a feeling that this is going to go everywhere, and I'd rather it go on here. All right, so we're going to start with the poppy. You know what? I think I'm going to pull in the daffodil and try the daffodil. That's this one. It does have colors, like this is Mango Melody that's no longer around. That's navy, believe it or not. All the rest are still there, but Mango's the only one that's not. But, you know, hey, if you got it, use it. So I'm going to take And I'm going to go in and I'm just going to put down some color all the way around and in the center. And then I'm going to take my blending stump and I'm just going to kind of go over and blend it out. I know you probably can't see real well with the yellow. But I thought we needed some yellow there. All right, now I'm blowing the dust off and I think I'm okay. Now I'm going to do my red and I'm going to color one at a time till I learn. And I'm trying to get down into the spaces. You don't want to press hard. All right, let me blow this off. I need to get my trash can. Okay, let me get a little bit more down here. I'm blowing over the trash can so most of the dust goes in there. All right, let's do the next one. And I'm going to go in here. And I am trying to put color down on the whole thing, because if not, you get, and see, now I have all that dust that I have to get rid of so I can see where I need to do it. So give me a minute to blow it off. Okay. And I have some a little bit on here that I can use. Now, I am finding that if you put down a solid amount, like there's spaces there. So I'm finding that it does better. You don't get weird lines. But you do have to set this. That's why you use the hairspray. And I'm just going to do the hairspray at the very end. But see, that one looks the best because of the way I did it. Now, that doesn't mean I can't go back over and add some more color. So there's a tip for you. Now I got to go back over this one. Color your whole image lightly. And I'm just going to kind of go down in those spaces. And then blend it out. Okay. All right. Lots to learn. And I am using the flat side, so to speak. Now, I've got there. I'm not going to touch that with my stump. And let's see if you blow it off, if it goes away. I'm just going to get that. Oops, there's a spot there. All right. No, but what you can use is an eraser and get it off that way. I didn't want it to affect the green. All right, so I think this came with the original chalks. I probably got rid of mine when I moved. or they got lost in the move. That's a strong possibility. But you see how I'm kind of coloring the whole thing in? I'm not leaving space. I think that's the key to getting a smooth coloring. Now, you can mix colors. If you mix the yellow and the red, you would get an orange. Okay. And I'm going to scribble off and see if I can't get most of it off. You're technically supposed to sharpen it, but we'll find out. All right, so there's the flower and the inside colored. Now I'm going to take my green, and let's do the green. The leaves. Oh, I think I got someplace that there's no leaf. And there's another spot. The way this is done. All right, now. See, there's no leaf there. So I'm just gonna color the rest of it, then I'll use the eraser. There's none in there. You kind of have to watch it and see. All right, let me blow this off. And I'm going to go in with my eraser. All right, I've got to get the orange off. You don't want to go in with orange on it. There it comes. There. See, there was no, the way the leaf is, there were spaces in between. All right, now, go back with the green. Now, if you want it darker, what you can do, I'm going to try and watch what I'm doing this time, is use your chalks and color it, and then I'm thinking you can go over it, like if you wanted the veins to show up on the leaves. I'm thinking you can go over it with a marker. I'm not going to try that. All right. Let me get rid of some of this. Okay. All right. So just so you're aware, I'm trying to see. All right, there's nothing here. When they say soft pastels, that's what they mean. Oh, I colored right where I shouldn't have. Oh, well. I'll get it. It shouldn't be anything in there. I think I got a couple of spots that I shouldn't have colored. I probably should have had my stamp in front of me so I could see. Okay, let me take my eraser. Let me get down in here. there's a space here. I missed it here. I took it off the wrong spot. There we go. All right. Okay, there we go. Now, let me put my pastels away. The yellow is really faint. It's supposed to be daffodil, but it isn't. They do list the colors on the back, and I've kind of put mine in the way the colors are supposed to be, so I know which color is which, because when you look at this and this, it's like, okay, which one's daffodil and which one's mango? And I went with that one as mango. So there we go. We've got that. Now, next step, I have to take and spray this with hairspray. And I don't need a lot, so I'm gonna kind of hold it up. All right, now. And I kind of got it on the top, so I want to kind of take some of it off. And now it's not going to come off on your hands, because it will. Sentiment. Let's do birthday wishes. So let me get birthday wishes out. And I think it'll fit on this. All right. And I'm going to put it there because I'm going to put my twine up at the top. And I'm going to use my VersaFine black that I've just put everywhere. I'm not used to this pad, so I'm going to have to use my I just don't want it on my hands to get all over everything, so I'm just going to wipe it off. All right. All right, got it. Okay. Now, let me put this down straight. This is why you need to use a Misty. Oh. All right, let me see if I can fix this. Well, I tried putting it in my Misty and stamping it, didn't work. So here's how I saved it. I stamped it on a piece of white and backed it with the Poppy Parade and put it on with dimensionals. All right. Twine. Let's do our twine. Where's my end? Okay, here it is. All right, I'm going to wrap it around. I think I'm going to wrap it around twice. All right, and I'm going to make a knot, and I'm going to put it over on the other side, like so. I'm going to hold it in place. I'm going to cut this and tie another knot. There. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap some twine around my fingers several times, cut it and leave an end. Oops, get back up here in the circle, And I'm going to pull these up and tie another knot to hold it in place, like so. Okay. And then I'm going to put this on my card, and I'll get that bow straight in a minute, but I want to get this down on my card. So I'm going to go over it with there we go, my tape. I'm going to put this down on the card. And I'll add it to my card base. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these ends down and just kind of push it down. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to spread out my loops, all right, on each end. And there are 4 of them, so I'm separating them out as best I can. All right, there, that's better. And then I'm going to just kind of smush it in the center, and I get a nice bow. Now, if you're afraid it's going to move on you, put a glue dot underneath of it, but I'm fine with it. And now our gems. I have lots of retired gems, so I use those. Let's see. Let's put, ooh, I've got fuzzies everywhere. Let's put one there. And that one I'm going to take and stick there. I'm going to use another big one and stick it there. A little bit too much space on that one side, but it's a handmade card. It's not Hallmark. All right, so there's another idea for coloring a large image. And I did the inside and the envelope the same way, and I did spray both of those to protect it so it doesn't come off. And it doesn't come off when you spray it. If you don't spray it, it's going to come off. I hope you enjoyed this idea and that you'll be back next week to see another idea. Have a super Saturday. Bye.